Chris Eubank, welcome back. Thanks very much for joining us. Busy day down the gym, preparing for the fight. How's camp going?
I mean, it's going good. You know, most of my camp has been in Florida, in Pensacola. I've been back here for about 10 days now, back in the old gym down in Hove. And today all the other gyms opened up too, which is nice. I'll be able to go and train in a few fitness gyms, you know, get the old cardio sessions going again. Training camp's been very good, I feel good. Weight's at 162 this fight, so I catch weight, 10 rounds. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I've been hearing some stories today about your training situation in Florida and animals getting in the ring and chickens and raccoons and things. Just tell us a little bit about what it's been like over there.
So yeah, I mean, you know, Roy Jones lives on a farm, so he's got his house, and then separate from that is his gym, his training facility, and all of that is surrounded by a full-on farm. So you've got chickens, roosters, you've got alligators, you've got snakes, armadillos, raccoons, turkeys, peacocks, and yeah, they're just all, you're walking through all of this to get to the gym, get inside the gym. He has a swamp in his backyard, that's where the alligators are. You don't have to walk past alligators to get to the gym. And yeah, it's, you know, there's just so much wildlife and animals around. Every once in a while you get it where you'll be in the ring training or sparring, you'll get a chicken or just run across the ring, or you'll get a pit bull or just dart into the gym and run around, and you know, it's incredible. I've never seen or experienced anything quite like it, but that's what Roy Jones is. He's a farm boy. He loves being in the wild and being around his animals, and you know, that's just how he trains. So that's how I've trained for the last year and a half.
Do you ever have the Rocky moment chasing the chicken?
You know what? Some fighters do that. Some guys that will come to the gym, you know, they'll be made to chase a chicken around and see if they can catch it. I actually haven't done it yet. Some of them are actually quite vicious, you know, and they've got these long talons as well, so on their feet. So you got to be careful with that, because you know they can get you. But no, I haven't chased a chicken yet.
And in terms of coaching ability, how is Roy?
Roy is a genius. Roy is he's a master, and you know, he's a master obviously in what he's achieved in his boxing, what he was able to do in the ring. But he's also a master trainer, which is, you know, even just as incredible to me, because you know, most fighters don't make good trainers. They have a hard time, you know, expressing what they want fighters to do, or you know, and they expect too much, or they want them to fight exactly how they fight, or however it is. It just doesn't really work. Roy is, you know, he's a trainer in the truest sense of the word. He's with you day in, day out, focusing on every little thing you need to do to get better. And yeah, I mean, this last year and a half it's been a really eye-opening experience.
Do you feel like maybe it's come at the right time, looking at the Sowell and Wasserman project growing as well, because you're going to be fighting for the first time under Roy? You've mentioned a few times today you've been honing a craft, so you're kind of a new fighter coming back, and the company you're working with has gone up a level as well. It's kind of gone hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's perfect timing. It really is. You know, I never would have met Roy if it wasn't for COVID. And you know, to be honest, I never would have signed with Wasserman if it wasn't. I mean, with Sowland and now Wasserman if it wasn't for COVID either. COVID is what strained the relationship I had with Showtime and PBC. You know, they had so many fighters and they couldn't get them all out because of COVID, and you know, there's only a few shows, and you know, I just realised like it's going to be tough for me to be active, you know, with everything that's going on in the world right now. And then, you know, the Sowland brothers came along and they offered me a deal I couldn't refuse. So we went with them, and you know, I'm really excited to see, what they can produce. And now that they're with Wasserman as well, this powerhouse behind him is the sky's the limit.
Speak to me a little bit about Gennady Golovkin. You've said a couple of times he's the ultimate target for you this year, if possible. What makes that a good fight for you?
I mean, what doesn't make it a good fight is you've got two guys, who are willing to put it all on the line. Golovkin is the biggest name in the middleweight division right now, and that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be a world champion. I'm trying to be the top dog. So to be the top dog, you got to beat the top dog. That's a fight that it was supposed to happen a few years ago, and it didn't. It fell through. It slipped through my fingers, and I've always regretted that. And now, being back down in the middleweight division, we have the opportunity to make that fight this year. He has a world title, and I want that world title. But not only that, I want the name.
Mm-hmm.
I want the name on my record. I know I can beat him. So that's a massive fight, and I'm sure it will be made within the next 12 months.
How do you think it plays out, that opening round with Golovkin? The bell goes. Do you both come to the middle of the ring and trade? Do you try and feel each other out first? How does it play?
With a fight like that, it's hard to really say. He'll have an idea of what he thinks I'm going to do, and I'm going to have an idea of what I think he's going to do. I'm not going to give away what I would, how I would approach the fight and what I would do in the first round, but the fight will be, it will be serious. It will be, it will be dangerous. It will be, you won't be able to stop watching. And, I don't see it going 12 rounds. We're not those type of fighters. We're both always looking to put the other guy out. Somebody's going to bite the dust. That ain't going to be me.
Just finally then, Marcus Morrison, what can we expect for that fight? You mentioned a moment ago it's a 10-rounder. Is it going 10 rounds?
Marcus Morrison, May 1st. It's the comeback. It's the comeback fight for me. I get a chance to display everything I've been working on over the last year and a half with Roy. And Marcus Morrison, he's a solid fighter, a decent opponent, somebody who's going to bring the fight to me, and I'm going to take it to him. And it is a 10-round fight, but I doubt that it's going to go 10 rounds.